Okay, so this week's training, we are working on having a Power Start Plus month this month in the Foxy unit. And that means doing 30 faces and seeing and 6 team building appointments. That's what a Power Start Plus is. And normally that's a challenge for new consultants, but this month we've opened it up to everyone to help everyone get excited about running for that race for the end of the seminar year. And as I was doing the first unit party that we had scheduled last Thursday, I was looking at the closing sheet and I realized, oh my gosh, we need to do a training on closing and we need to fix this closing sheet. I do not like our current closing sheet. I don't like it. It's not me. I borrowed one from Virtual Boss, who does all of my graphics for me because I didn't really have one that was working for me. And back in July, I wanted to start off my year strong this year. And so I scheduled a 10 show week and I did 50 faces in 1 week. And when I did those 50 faces, I was struggling to close skincare sets. I sold maybe 2 skincare sets and I did 50 faces and I was flummoxed by that. And so I was like, what did I not do? What was the missing link? Because I was really upset by that. I couldn't believe that I sold that few skincare sets and that with that many faces, I think I wound up with more like 57. Does anybody remember how many it was? And then I did another Power Start in August. And, I just was like, okay, I've got to get this done. I need some help. And I started thinking, what am I not doing? What did I not do at those parties that I did in the past when I was closing skincare sets? And the answer was I did not close sets and I did not use a closing sheet. So I immediately got a closing sheet and I've been using this one, but I'm still not selling the sets that I want and closing as many as I want to close. And so I want to get it fixed. I want to make it ours. So after we get through this beginning part of the meeting, going through how you set up the sets to close a set, we're going to stop recording and then our unit is going to strategize what we like about this, what we don't like about it. We're going to fix it today. So I just want y'all to know all that. All right, so here's another story I wanted to tell y'all. National Sales Director Emeritus Jackie Swank, who lived in New Orleans, or not New Orleans, in Louisiana, I think, was the senior national sales director of National Sales Director Emeritus Cindy Williams. And she used to come to Houston and do tons of events. And I always loved hearing her tell her eye story because she almost quit after her initial startup, because back then our challenge wasn't Power Start, it was called Perfect Start. And we had to book 8 parties and hold 5 in our first 2 weeks. And that was what Mary Kay required of all new consultants back then. You had to book 8 parties and hold 5 in your first 2 weeks when you were new. That was just what you had to do. It was actually a company requirement before, legally they couldn't require things like that anymore. And so she went and she held her first 5 parties and she was going to quit because she hadn't sold a thing at any of them, not $1. Can you imagine 5 parties full of people and not even selling $1? And so her director was talking to her and she said, well, tell me how you closed. And she said, what's a closing? Because she had just done the party, let them try the products, and then packed up and went home. She didn't do a closing. She didn't ask for the sale. And so she had to go back and call all those customers and follow up to see if anybody wanted to purchase anything. And I think that's hilarious. She just didn't have the training, because back then the way we trained was you got your kit, you had the consultant's guide, you read it, and then you just went and did some parties. And if there wasn't a consultant around you, because she had signed up in years before there were consultants around her, there was nobody to go to a party and learn how to do it. So you just had to go do it. And so closing is important. Closing is important. Asking is important. I believe that we do not have because we do not ask. And there are a few things that we must do during our skincare party in order to set us up for the sale. The first thing we want to do is to set it up from the very beginning by going in with 3 goals in mind when you walk in that door. The goals in your closing from when you walk in the door are threefold. You have 3 of them. The first one, how many skincare sets can I sell? The second goal, how many bookings can I get? And your third goal, how many team building appointments can I set up? And every single thing you say during that party is centered around those three goals. And if you want to keep your party under 30 minutes for the talking part, it is important to get really good at sharing from that place of those three things. And when you're doing your closing, you set that up from the beginning. By when you're doing the introductions, you have everybody introduce themselves. When you introduce yourself, you say, at the end of the party, I'll give everyone an opportunity to have a little bit of one-on-one time with me. I feel like it's really, really important to get your feedback, to find out what you liked, what you didn't like, and see if there's a way I can be of service to you one-on-one. And that's whether or not you're going to purchase anything from me today, because you're not obligated to purchase a thing from me, but I would love to have that one-on-one time with you to find out what you loved, what you didn't, what you're excited about, what you're not, and how I can be of service to you in the future. And so at the end of the party, we're going to sit down and do that. And so all you have to do is set that up, and you won't have people zipping out of the party before they talk to you. And as long as you say that simple thing, you'll have people saying yay for that one-on-one time. The other thing I'm doing is I am working on the why buy from me. I've been working on it for a few months, and I did it on the Thursday night party, but I'm adding a new thing. I'm adding a new thing to my why buy from me. And I would encourage you to do a list of reasons why people would want to buy from you. They may want to buy from you because they love supporting local businesses and they love to see others win. And when they buy from you, they're helping you win. They may want to buy from you because you are an expert and you have a lot of knowledge about the Mary Kay brand, and your job is to help them shop with your favorite brand and not make buying mistakes. And if they do make a buying mistake, you can fix it for them. One of the things that my customers tell me they like buying from me from is because I give great service. I give service with a smile, and they have a real person and not just a computer that they're talking with or a different salesperson every single time. And I actually have fun programs for my customers to get back from me at the end of the year. They get 10% back in free products just for being a customer of mine all year long. And we're a luxury brand that's not sold in stores. So being able to experience a luxury brand that's not sold in stores and have someone personally customize something just for you is kind of an elite experience that's becoming lesser available as time goes on. We are a proven brand that has trust, and we have a legacy. We have that guarantee. But I think one of the biggest benefits that we have is that if you fall in love with your Mary Kay tonight and you decide to use our products and you have an issue in the future, isn't it good to know that I'll know what you're using and I'll be able to recommend a fix for it? If I know all the products that you're using on your skin, I can fix it. And so when you set that up, if you go through those why buy from me's at the beginning of your party, you're talking to them about the skincare. You're selling all of your services. You're selling the benefits of being able to work with somebody who can fix problems for them and recommend things for them when they come out. If we have something new, that's what you want to do. You want to set your party up from the beginning where they just are going to be super excited about working with you as their independent beauty consultant. And throughout that entire party, your goal is to ask 1 to 3 positive questions per page of your flip chart that keep people engaged. So for example, I'm getting the hiccups. I'm going to get a little sip of water. Hang on. For example, you would say, could you get excited about? Wouldn't it be wonderful if? Isn't it neat to learn about? Isn't it exciting to know? You just ask excited, positive questions about something instead of just saying the thing. Isn't it good to learn that we do 2 appointments for our customers initially? The first one is today to introduce you to our brand, to see what you love, and to see if there's a way we can help you and be of service to you. Your second appointment will be your color appointment, where we can do your colors and fine tune all of your skincare. And if you fall in love with some things tonight that you can't quite fit into your budget, we'll work on getting them at that second appointment for free. Isn't that awesome? So that's the kind of thing you want to be working into your party to set up that closing at the end. And so that's all I want to say on that topic about closing. It's all about what you're sharing during the body of your party, and it takes a little homework. I got good at it by getting my flip chart, by writing questions out, by thinking of them. And if you don't know them, I know there's a positive questions opener thing in our files on our Facebook page that you can go look for. And if you can't find it, I'll make another one and put it out there. It's just the way I learned to sell. It's a soft sell, and it helps people be engaged. Asking questions helps people use a different part of their brain and stay engaged. And these days, people have less than 30 minutes of, because I mean, seriously, of attention span. I'm just thinking about Facebook. If a video is longer than a minute long, people aren't going to watch it oftentimes. I don't have 3 minutes right now, unless it's something they're really interested in, then they're going to take the time to watch it. And so we've got to find a way to keep people engaged and be good at our closing. And so that's all I'm going to say about closing tonight. We're going to hit closing again in a few weeks so that we can talk about what to do in that 3-part close, because you have your opening for your party, you have the party close, the table close, and then you have your individual close. And we're going to be working on all of those things in the next coming weeks to help everyone elevate your skincare parties and make more money at your skincare parties. And what is our end goal? How many sets can we sell? How many bookings can we get? And how many team building appointments can we set up at every single event? All right. Thanks for watching this video.